La seguridad en Internet ha cambiado en los últimos años con nuevas amenazas a través de la web 2.0 o los dispositivos móviles, que ponen en jaque a la industria de la seguridad. También se ha modificado el comportamiento de los delincuentes informáticos, que ahora buscan el beneficio económico. Larry Bridwell, vicepresidente de estrategias de seguridad global de AVG Technologies, aporta su visión sobre los nuevos ataques.
Today's internet is much more dangerous because what hackers used to do in compromising websites and writing political slogans on them or defacing them, now instead they install malicious software which just by going will automatically download to people's computers, users, whether they're in a corporation or at home, and compromise the machine in order to steal data, whether that data may be money, personal information, financial information, corporate information that can then be turned into revenue for the criminals. So that's the real problem today on the internet, is the fact that it happens without the user doing anything except visiting the sites. They don't have to click any links. They don't have to execute any programs. It just comes down. It really is necessary that people who have websites up, people who are doing business with their own websites, that they make sure that their websites are updated with the most up-to-date security. Now, for those of us who go to these sites, we need to have a lot more awareness of where we're going. The threats that we're going to see this year are going to be pretty much what we saw last year. Remember that in about 3.5 or 4 years ago, almost all of our exploits moved from being written by groups of young adults and teens, script kiddies we call them, that just would find a script and write it and do it for fun and fame within a local group, to being written by organized people who are criminals, who are writing these exploits for money. And one thing we found about criminals is that they're not going to do anything new as long as they can make money with what they have now. As a matter of fact, most of the variants that we've seen come in, or the different pieces of malware, are not really new pieces of software, but they're the same pieces of malware that have been repacked with a different kind of archive system, so that it's not recognized by the products, or it's been encrypted with a different kind of encryption program, so it's not recognized. So it's not that there's that many new things. It's just that they're being changed enough so they're not recognized. So I don't expect to see anything earth-shattering, although you never know. I mean, every time you get a new operating system or a new service pack for an operating system or a new application.
Aún así, ¿qué plataformas serán las más atacadas?
Right now, probably Windows is still the one that's most targeted. Now, when Microsoft needs to be given a lot of credit for the things that it's done in their latest operating system in Vista, and trying to create a more secure operating system. But truly, the real issues today aren't necessarily operating system dependent. Most of them today are coming through the browser. So those are the areas that really need to be looked at more and kept up to date, is whether it's Internet Explorer or Firefox or Opera. Most all of the exploits that are coming down are coming through the web in one form or another, either through a malicious website that's been compromised and the software put there, or through a piece of spam that gets you to link back to a bad site, or a phishing exploit that gets you to go to what you think is your bank but somewhere else. But even though it comes in email, the spam and the phishing, it's still, the link is web related. So it always comes back through the browser, and those are very important to keep up to date with security.
¿El acceso a Internet desde dispositivos móviles ha hecho aumentar el software malicioso para este tipo de equipos?
It has not grown very rapidly. And there's been a couple of reasons for that. One is there's not a single operating system for those phones and the smartphones. So it's made it more difficult to write a piece of malware that will work, because even in Symbian, which is the most used operating system right now, there's several versions of that, and they don't, and the software doesn't work between them. However, My sort of feeling, I don't have any data to back this up, but my feeling is that with the way the iPhone is being accepted around the world as it goes in, that we might honestly see that the first major exploit could be for the iPhone, because it does use the Mac OS X operating system and it does use the Safari browser. So basically the Safari browser would be in all the iPhones and on the desktops. And with the way it's been picking up, it could very well be the first operating system to be almost ubiquitous, to be the single place that people could use it.